Welcome back to another episode of Carson's Aquatics. Today we are finally going to begin rebuilding my pond. In my last video about this pond, we completely planned out the new pond. I told you guys everything that I wanted to do with it. So if you guys haven't seen that video yet, I recommend watching that one first, just so you completely know what we're doing. But before we can do any of like the fun stuff like digging it out and putting all the rocks in their new places and all that, we basically have to destroy this entire pond how it is now. I need to drain it, take out all the rocks, tear up the liner, destroy the waterfall. We're literally going to destroy this pond completely and get it looking how it was in the first week of us building it. And I'm actually not going to do that today. You are still going to see it in this video obviously, but we're supposed to get rain all night tonight, even though it's sunny and beautiful out right now. We are expecting big rain tonight, but then after tonight, the next like week and a half is going to be completely beautiful outside. So that's going to be the perfect week to do everything we need to with this pond. So what I am going to do today is unbox the pump and the skimmer that we ordered in the last video, and I'm actually going to hook up the pump to the pond because I want to see how powerful it is, and I want to see if it's powerful enough or if I'm going to need to order a stronger one. So that's going to be cool to see the waterfall running for the first time in like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. So let's head inside and unbox all of our new stuff. Alright guys, and here we have our package, and I did already cut into it just to make sure that it was the pump and the skimmer, and it is. We're gonna act like I never cut it open, so Alright, first of all, I was expecting this pump to be way smaller than it is. This thing is a unit. I mean, if you remember last year, at first I ordered a cheap little pump from Amazon for like 25 bucks. Thing was horrible. Then I upgraded a slightly bigger one. I don't remember like what gallons per hour they were, but that one was better for sure than the first one, but it was also still pretty weak. This one costed 100 bucks, and it should be much more powerful than the ones last year, and we're gonna find out here in a second. And then right here is our in-pond skimmer, and this is actually smaller than I thought it was going to be, but hopefully that won't be a problem. This one I actually have not opened, so we're going to slice this thing open. And there it is. Here is the Tetra in-pond skimmer. This was like, I think 40 or 50 bucks. Again, both of these products I'll have down in the description if you guys want to get them for yourself. But I'd wait until we see it all hooked up and see how it works. But hopefully this thing does all right. But now, like I mentioned, I would like to take this pump out to the pond and hook it up to the waterfall and just see how powerful it is. Alrighty guys, so this fitting right here is actually too big to fit on the pond tubing that I have already hooked up to the waterfall. So what I'm gonna have to do, oh God, that's a spider, go. So what I'm gonna have to do is just use the tubing that it came with, hook that up to the pump, and then we're just gonna reach this pump up here. Yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do. All right, screw it, let's just plug it in. Oh, okay. Oh wow, this is a lot of power. Oh, it's farting. Okay, I gotta unplug it. Okay. Wow, I couldn't quite get it up to the waterfall like I wanted to, but I think we know how powerful this thing is. My goodness. All right, so I think it's safe to say our new pump is strong enough. It honestly might be too strong, but we're just gonna have to wait until we can actually hook it up to the real waterfall to see what the flow is like. I think it seemed a lot stronger because it was like shooting straight out of the tubing. It didn't have a bunch of rocks and stuff to go through. So I think when we have it hooked up to the actual waterfall, it's gonna be a lot better. But I'm definitely no longer concerned about it being not powerful enough. That thing is a beast. And like I mentioned a second ago, this is the tubing that goes all the way up to the waterfall. You can see how skinny that tubing is. It just does not fit around the fitting. And I guess I could get a different fitting, but I feel like having this skinnier tubing would definitely weaken the flow. And I want the flow to be as powerful as we just saw. So I am gonna buy more of this thicker tubing. I think this was like 1.25 inches. So we are gonna dig up this tubing and replace it with that thicker tubing. But like I said, we are gonna get started on all that the day after tomorrow. Hopefully if it's not too wet outside. All I wanted to do today was test out the pump, and we did just that. We saw how powerful it is. It's all looking good. And with all that being said, I will see you in a couple days. Alright guys, it is a couple days later. All the rain is over with for now, so we are officially ready to get started on this pond. And the first thing I'm going to do is get all these big rocks out of here. And the reason I'm doing that is because, believe it or not, there is one living fish still in this pond somehow. It's one of the rosy red minnows. I saw him yesterday, so now that I know he's in here, I need to get him out. And he might still be in one of these caves, so if I start draining the pond, he might suffocate. So I want to get all these rocks out of here to basically force him to come out of hiding. Then I'm going to get him out, and then we can start draining the pond. So with that being said, let's start getting all these rocks out. Alright guys, so as you can see, all the big rocks are now out of the pond, and I piled them up over here, and it is crazy how much bigger this pond looks without all the rocks in it. So I'm going to take note of that and make the outline of the new pond a bit bigger than I want it to be. But yeah, there's still a few more big rocks right here that I need to put over there, but I stopped because I did see the rosy red minnow on this side of the pond, and I believe he is hiding under a leaf like right in the middle, so I'm going to go see if I can find him. Yes, got him. Got him. Get some water in this bucket. So while I'm in here with this net, I'm gonna go ahead and scoop up some leaves and other debris. So whenever I pump all the water out, the pump doesn't suck up as much like leaves and stuff. Alrighty guys, so I just cleaned out a bunch of leaves, as you can see there. And while I was getting those leaves out, in case one minnow surviving in this pond wasn't incredible enough, I actually found another one. You can see them both right there. That is crazy, considering at one point this pond was literally like 2 inches deep. And it also completely froze over the winter several times. So I mean, these things I guess are just indestructible. So before we do anything else out here, I am going to bring these guys inside into the fish room, get them acclimated to the turtle tub, and then put them in there. So let's go do that now. Alrighty guys, here we are inside at the turtle tub, and I already went ahead and acclimated these rosy red minnows. I did the same thing I always do. I take this little container and get a scoop full of this water, put it in there every couple minutes. So these guys are ready to go into their new home. They're gonna be reunited with all their rosy red minnow buddies. So I'm sure they're gonna be happy about that. I'm just gonna go in here with my hand. I got the smaller one right here, and there he goes. And this other one is actually huge, like he is a tank. And I got him right there. Just wait till you see this guy. Look at that, he is massive. He's probably the biggest one in here. But yeah, there we go. I'm happy I was able to get them out of the pond and into their new turtle tub. And I mean, they are gonna be going back in the pond in like a couple weeks whenever it's completely done. But I'm sure they're gonna like their time in here. And now we are going to head back outside and start draining the pond. Alrighty guys, so as you can see there, we have the pump in the pond, hooked up to a hose going all the way out to the street. Some water's already coming out because I just tested it to make sure it works. And it does. And this is not the new pump that I already got. This is the old one that was in there last year when it was running. So I'm just gonna go ahead and plug it in, start draining this pond. Alrighty guys, and as you can see behind me, the pond is completely drained. And I got everything done that I wanted to get done today, being getting all the big rocks out and draining it. And now the plan for tomorrow, which is gonna be the worst part, is to get all this gravel out of here. Also all the rocks on the waterfall. I'm also gonna dig up this tubing, and if we can get all that done, then I'll also pull up the liner. So with all that being said, I will see you tomorrow. Alrighty guys, so it is the next day. We're out here at the pond, and you might be able to tell, maybe not. We did get a bit of rain last night, not much at all, it shouldn't be a problem. But today we are going to be getting this gravel out of the pond and out from around the pond. I am getting started a bit late in the day, it's like 4 o'clock right now. So I'll be happy if I can get half of it done and then finish it up tomorrow. But I'm just gonna go as long as I can. Hopefully we can get all of it done. But either way, this is gonna be the longest and most annoying part of this pond redo, I guess. So with that being said, let's just get started. Alrighty guys, so I've been at it for about an hour and a half now, and I can confirm that there are indeed a lot of rocks in this pond. I mean, you can definitely notice a dent in the pond, like we did a lot. There's still so much to do. And I didn't even mention this before, but I am like organizing the rocks. These are the bigger ones. Then I've been emptying the smaller rocks from those buckets into this tub right over here. And I mean, just look at how many rocks that is. Like, here's my crock for comparison. We have done a lot, and we still have so much to do. I'd say we're right around halfway done, but the thing is, I already got like most of the rocks out of the easy spots. Like you can see all these right along the edges of the mulch. And we still have to get the rocks out of the deeper pockets, which still has a bit of water, so that's gonna be super nasty. I did call up my buddy Miles to see if he would come help out, and he said he can't today, but he could tomorrow. And there's no way that we're gonna finish this today, so tomorrow we're gonna have an extra pair of hands. I may or may not come back out here later and do another bucket or two, but I'm gonna head inside right now and take a break and start editing. So I don't know when I'm gonna see you, but I'll see you then. Alrighty guys, it is now the next day. I'm just gonna continue getting the gravel out of this pond. And I've actually got 2 friends coming over to help out, Jake and Miles. They'll be here in a little bit. But yeah, let's get started. Alrighty guys, so quick update. As you can see, we got a bunch of more rocks out, and we also tore up the liner while some more rocks were still in the liner. Those were so nasty, we just took them out to the woods and emptied it. We aren't gonna reuse those nasty rocks. I'll just get new ones if I have to. These were the 2 tarps that I used as the underlayment. As you can see, we pulled up the liner right there, and I am gonna try and reuse that for the new waterfall, as long as it doesn't have any holes or punctures in it. Pretty much the last thing I wanna do in this part 1 video is pull up the tubing that ran from the pump to the waterfall. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and then we're gonna close this thing out. Oh God, she's a little muddy. Oh, we're almost there.
Dumb and Dumber.
Carson and Jake, Pond Services.
Pond Services and Demolition.
Alrighty guys, we did everything we wanted to do in this video. This pond is officially destroyed. And that's exactly what we want. So in the next video, we are going to begin the rebuilding process. We're gonna dig it, possibly even start rocking it. We're gonna build the new waterfall. It's gonna be awesome, so stay tuned. Today's comment of the day goes out too. And if you want your comment to be the comment of the day in the next video, all you gotta do is drop a comment down below and that can happen. And if you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Hooked up to this hose, which goes all the way out to the street.